Bang! Needs Knives, I'm Jared, and we have 4 very special knives here that we're gonna check out. Bang! Needs Knives, I'm Jared, and we have 4 very special knives here. Let's move over to the table and get a close look. So, what you see in front of you are 4 absolutely gorgeous knives. Now, they are all unique, but they are all the same model. Now, we're gonna talk about each individual one, but first I wanna talk about the Kickstarter. I'm gonna show you guys a sheet up on the screen right now so you can actually see exactly what I'm saying. So, if you join the early bird special, with it, and that's within the first 48 hours of today, you will get the biggest discount on each one of these if you depending on which one you pick. Now, if you don't get the early bird special, but you still join the Kickstarter, you will get 30% off, which is still pretty significant. So you're still getting a pretty good value. Now, if you wait until they drop, then you will have to pay full retail. So that's when the price goes back up, and it's pretty expensive. But if you join the early bird, you're getting this for a great deal. This is actually a pretty good price. And we're gonna talk about the knives because it actually is a really good model. I do like it quite a bit, and we're gonna talk about exactly why. But let's go through each individual one, and we'll come back to the prices here in just a moment. Now, the Micarta one. So this one is S35VN with a harpooned drop point blade. Beautiful micarta inlay. I actually like this micarta quite a bit. The clip on every single one of these works great. Even on the jig bone pattern one, phenomenal clip. So really good clip. The backspacer does have a hidden lanyard pin back there, and it is T8 hardware all the way around. Now, as you can see, this thing has so many deployment options, and they all work really good. I gotta give this thing credit. This is a fidget monster. And this one in particular, well, all of them feel very similar. Let me be clear. All of them feel very similar as far as action goes, but the finish does change a little bit. Like, for example, this is micarta. So the micarta offers a little bit more grippiness to it, so it kind of gives you a little more traction to manipulate it a little bit more. But all of them are very easy. All of them have great jimping on the front flipper. This is very catchy jimping, very easy to use. It's a mohawk front flipper, so you can get it in any direction with any part of your finger. I can even reach over from the side right here. Like, that's crazy. I can't do that with hardly any front flippers, so that's awesome. Then you have the hole deployment, which works really good. And for a lot of these, you can use it left-handed too, but it's not a reversible clip. So let me just be clear. While you can manipulate it action-wise with lefty, you're not gonna be able to carry it lefty. The thumb studs do have a little pokey top dome thing on there, but it doesn't bother me, not even a little bit, because I just put my finger on the side. So like let's say a Sebenza clip. So if you ever seen a Sebenza clip, they're kind of pokey like this, but except for the side jimping on the thumb stud is slippery. So it makes it to where it's not the best platform to put your finger. This one gives you a nice spot to really crank that thumb stud out. So I don't ever put my finger right on top of it, and do that. You can, and it's not bad. It's not like too pokey or anything, but the best way is to just put it right, just the way you normally use a nice big thumb stud, because it does have a good size, and it just has that little tiny dome on top. But like I said, it doesn't even bother me, not even if I put my finger on top of it. And it gives you a good spot to reverse flick. So really cool there. Now, let's check out the next ones, because we have a bunch to get through. The carbon fiber one. So the carbon fiber one, same as the micarta one, except for it's just with carbon fiber. Now, with the black coating, it does not affect the action at all. Still extremely smooth. I would say this one even possibly has a little bit better sound. So very ergonomic. Every single one of these, it's a slim handle, but it allows you to put your finger kind of where you want. You can reverse it and cut straps. Utility cuts are going to be great. You can kind of put your thumb behind that harpoon if you want to dig in, and it's comfortable. It's contoured. Every single one of them are slightly contoured. This one has carbon fiber, which is gorgeous carbon fiber. Fantastic cut of carbon fiber. Like I said before, T8s all the way around. As far as access to the lock bar, they did not give you a cutout, but it's easy because they chamfered both edges. So, and I'm very nitpicky when it comes to lock bar access. We all know that. So this is perfectly fine. Does not bother me at all, not even a little bit. It's good. Especially, you know, once you flick it a few times and you see how it wants to be operated. So very, very cool. And again, like I said, the clip works great on all of them. Then the jig bone pattern one. Now the jig bone pattern one, as you can see, does not have an inlay, but it's still slightly contoured. Again, same exact action. Very, very fidgety. And I very much appreciate that the jimping does not get slick on any one of them, no matter the finish, no matter anything. And the jig bone pattern one, because it's full titanium frame lock, this one's going to be the most difficult to use left-handed, but you can put your finger on the clip and get it. But just so you know, if you are a lefty and you're wanting to invest in this. So yes, just the same as the other ones, S35VN. The only difference is this is a full titanium frame lock with jig bone pattern. These are solid scales on the inside. So this one's probably going to be the second heaviest, and then these two. And then the first number one heaviest is going to be the Timascus one. Now, admittedly, this is absolutely gorgeous. It has a mirrored blade, and you can probably see the reflection of me shooting my B-roll in the mirrored finish, because it is impossible. Even right now, you guys can see me. See that? Throwing up the peace sign. It's so difficult to not fingerprint this thing up. It is very fingerprinty. It's a fingerprint magnet, but it's also a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. Now, the big difference between this one is the jimping. Because this blade is polished, it's slightly, and I mean ever so slightly, less aggressive, but it's still perfect. I would never complain about the jimping on this front flipper, and I complain about jimping on front flippers. So it's very easy to manipulate still. And I don't know if it's because of the polish or not, but it has a little bit crisper detent. Now, I will say the Timascus is absolutely gorgeous. Slips in and out of the pocket perfectly, especially with this polished finish, because the Timascus is polished. Now, the one thing I'm a little hesitant on, and I'm not really, let me be honest, but I just want to talk about it, the Timascus lock bar. Normally, we don't see Timascus lock bars. I know we have, I know we do, I know they're out there, but you know, Timascus isn't known for being like a super strong, super tough material, but they do have the steel lock bar insert, and this isn't a hard use knife, so it's going to be plenty strong, plenty strong. I just wanted to bring that up because I know somebody else will bring that up, that, you know, Timascus shouldn't be used for a lock bar, but, you know, come on, this is fine. You know, let me be clear. Lion Steel uses aluminum for their integral lock bars. So this is definitely going to be way tougher than that. Anyways, so yeah, very fidgety once again. The thing is with this one, it's slick. It is slippery. It doesn't have a lot of traction because it's so polished. But that's the nature of the beast. If you want polish, that's what you got to get. And then if you want polish, you're going to have to carry a rag around with you because it is very fingerprinty. Now, the Timascus one is S90V though, so that is another significant difference. Not only do you have a mirror polished S90V harpoon blade, you also have a full Timascus construction, 100% full dress. So this is, it's a gorgeous piece, man, gorgeous, gorgeous piece. So this is a lot of Timascus, and you know, a nice chunk of S90V that's polished. Now you can get the S90V in a sand polish, which is a little bit more affordable. So the same knife without the mirror polish. So if you don't want the mirror polish because of the fingerprints and the reflection and everything, even though it does look really cool, you can get it for a little bit cheaper with the sand polish, because polishing a blade like that does take a lot of work. So let's talk about the prices and everything. Or, you know, negatives. I really don't have any negatives, I'll be honest. I've already went through it and tried to come up with some negatives. You know, the one thing I'd say is I wish there was a little bit more lock bar access, but it's also not bad. Like, it's not really that bad at all. So, considering how easy it is to manipulate, I can't bitch at it. You know, they use T8 hardware all the way around, sharpen control and plunge grind. You know, granted, I usually bitch and want a little bit more, but I figure I'll get about 4 good sharpenings in there before it really starts being a noticeable smile. You know, you might hit the plunge a little tiny bit after a couple, but it's not going to be significant. I can just see the way it's going to be that you probably won't even notice it for, you know, a handful of sharpenings. So I can't really complain about that, you know, that they at least, you know, somewhat got that. Now, it is close, and you can actually see it on this one a little bit better, exactly where it lands. Focus. So, anyways, the jimping on all of them is very well done. You know, there's really, like I said, nothing to really complain about. Now, the style, whether or not it's your style, I think this is a cool style. It's a fantastic size. You know, 3.25-inch blade, that is a great size for most people. You can get a full 4-finger grip. You can bear down on it. So considering that, you know, it's a great size, great weight, great everything. They went through this thing with a fine tooth and comb to make sure that this was going to be a beautifully well done knife. Now, as far as the prices go, let's talk about the Timascus one. $1,000 if you wait. If you wait until they're over, it's, well, $815 for the sand polish. If you want the mirror polish one, this exact one right here, $1,000. But if you act now, within 48 hours, you get it for $650. So $519 for the sand polished one, which a lot of people might opt for because they might not want a mirror polished blade. But as far as these three go, $179 if you go right now, which considering how good this thing is, you know, I can't complain about that. That's a great price. Now, like I said, it does go up. If you wait until it drops, $285. So you're talking about nearly $100. Basically, you're getting 50% off if you act within 48 hours. Now, you only get 30% off, so you'll pay about $200 for these if you wait after 2 days. So, depending on when you're seeing this, hopefully you see this within the first 48 hours so you can jump on it. So, which one would I pick? Which one would I pick out of these? So, first off, I just want to say, this is probably my favorite one just because, you know, come on, right? But when I come back to reality and care about my pockets, the Micarta one. And the reason why is because while these are all nicely done for action and everything, and there is actually some, you know, this is a little bit slippery, right? But as far as these go, you know, when we're in reality, this has a good grip to it, right? But something about the Micarta offers just a little bit more traction when you're manipulating a knife with so many deployments. And I really like Micarta for that reason. It offers traction without being... It offers grippiness without being sharp or aggressive, or it's comfortable. It's soft, like you know, like cloth, which, you know, that's what it's made out of, so it should. So I like that, and not only does it look good to me, but like I said, it offers just the ability to kind of flick it in ways that maybe the other ones are not going to be as easy. So that's why I would pick the Micarta one if it was my choice. Now, don't get me wrong. This would be my second choice. I absolutely love this carbon fiber. This is freaking gorgeous, how it's all blacked out. And I understand now why so many people like this all blacked out look. It does look good. It's a sexy look. But yeah, anyways, everything will be linked down in the description for you guys. If you guys want to get in on this, this is definitely something to think about, man. You know, you're saving a lot of money and they are beautifully done. But anyways, everything will be linked down in the description. Work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.